Hello everybody, my name is Charlie and welcome back to Charlie's Photoshop Lessons. And today is our 15th video. And I will be talking about the pen tool, and to be honest, as a beginner, I really don't like pen tool because it is a really hard tool to use, but that's just me. I think you guys can easily watch my video and understand how it works, and then have a little bit more research by yourself and by your own experience, and you guys will get through it somehow. But I'm still stuck with it, but I'm still really fine. I'm learning it again, and so I will be introducing the tool again, talk about the definition and the use of the tool, and explain other parts inside the pen tool and apply it to the example. And so as you can see, I have bring up a new picture, finally a new picture. And this is a picture I took from when I was on vacation, like a really cool building. And so let's look at the definition for pen tool. It makes changes in path or shape with anchor points and handle. So what is the purpose of pen? Why don't you just use the brush and create other cool stuff by your own hands, but you gotta use the pen for? You already have a pencil with a brush. What do you use a pen for? To be honest, I don't know, but pen is the only tool that, makes shapes and lines correctly, and it is really efficient for you to create pictures like this. I mean this, the texture and the straight lines and the glow and the color overlay and the pattern and the glowing is fantastic when you're using the pen tool. So what you do is you create lines. First of all, just blank lines, and then you create them into each part like that, and then finally you adjust the blending options, which I will be talking later on. But first, let's just look into the definition again. So make changes, paths or shape. So pen tool, you create your own shapes and paths and then customize it with your own idea. So let's first try the first one. There's a lot of things here, but let's try the basic original pen tool first. I recommend you guys create another layer before doing that, because when I was not too good at Photoshop, I just did it in the original layer and it went out pretty bad. So please create a layer before you do this. And so first, this is not like dragging the lines like usual we did, but this is just clicking one spot, and there you have one spot right there. You can delete it by click another one. Not delete, but like you could also pull, but I'll talk about the pull later. So you create one point like that, and for example, I want the pen to create a shape of this whole tall rectangle right here. So I will be going straight down to the lowest point over here, and then boom, that's another point. But you can see that, the thing, like the line's not too straight, so let's do it again. You got one point right there, just go down here and click another point like that, and as you can see, it draws like a blue shaped line on your thing you want to select. So next is this side right here. Let's have a click, and then on top another click, and then finally when you see the circle one, return. So there you have the shape. You can see that the lines are here, and you can also see the plus sign, which is you creating another point and then pulling, so the angle will fit. And that is one of the tools to add an anchor point. So it's just the same. You could do it manually with a pen tool and not just like this one, but adding this, you could see like there's two little white circle here with a line attached to it, And by using this, you could easily curve or bend your lines as you want it, which is way easier than just, you know. So that's just the original pen tool, and if you want to delete an anchor point right here, just click it and then it will automatically deletes that for you. And you could also see that on the original points that you have created, there's also a circle which allows you to adjust the angle like that. But remember, you gotta use for the you gotta use these tools or even pen tool. But usually you should use these tools, so it will be more easier to select and not to create more points. For example, I want to click there and then it would just be pulling this and it don't make sense. So just select add or even delete one and just pull it around, or just select the convert point tool and do it like that. And you can see if I pull a lot, then the line's now curved, really curved like that. So you gotta do this tool by yourself to, you know, find your best experience and find your best knowledge according to your own skills. And so that is just creating the shape for one, and also you are going to just create a shape you wanted and then customize them later. Next, we got the Freeform tool. So Freeform, you know, here someone's good at drawing, for example, just close this here and then go over here and then, oh yeah, let's like draw a line here. Just some basic line, doesn't need to be perfect. And then that, and then there you have the whole line there, and then you could adjust it slowly by clicking and creating anchor points. Remember, select the other one first and then adjust the lines, pull the lines. You can also pull the points you wanted. So you just gotta hold on it and then you pull it around and then changing the change so it looks suitable to the shape you want it, and change the angle like that and change it up here. So freeform is basically the pen tool, but you could just do it by your hands, which some Photoshop rather that than just pulling the pen tool around. So let's pull this one here to the angle right there. So that's just pen tool and freeform tool is really basically the same. And so curvature pen tool. So with the name of curvature, makes or changes paths or shapes using points. So this basically add points to your thing, to your pen originally. But you could select specific areas for it, just like the anchor tool, but not only just, you know, like it's just not changing a small area over here, but it changes the whole line here. If you have a look here, it changes the whole line. Let me try again. So let's delete some of these on here. Delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. And so now you just only have one, and it's curvature tool. And then put it in the middle, and then you will be adjusting the whole line. And then if you create more and more, you will be just adjusting smaller areas compared to the first point you did. Let's delete that. We don't need that. Delete this. So that is how you use these tools. And so for pictures like this, all you gotta do is to research and look into, oh, let me open the layers first. So this is the layer, so without it you can see the pane. Yeah, so without it you can see the shape of the pen we created. So let's try to use blending options, apply some texture, or even no, I usually use inner glow, inner shadow, color overlay, and then gradient overlay. And so for gradient, you could use a lot of gradient I showed you guys before in the gradient tool. So I like blue. Let's select blue right here. Then you get to adjust the opacity. And so let me turn this off. I don't have this on. So you can choose other colors for your inner glow. For example, I want to take this color. Okay. And so it turns out into a blue one actually. Because it's like the shape is just looking like that, so I don't know. Let's control. Wait, my bad. Control D. Let's you know, put in some outer glow like this. I usually use the outer glow like this over here, like this over here. So you can see that. So there's our outer glow, and then kind of gradient looking. But currently the layer's not working. Well, probably I'm still really bad at pen, but uh, I will fix this later on. Oh my god. So the pen is still usually there. We just do that. So I will talk about that later on in other videos, but that is how you just so the pen tool is basically you creating shapes and then later on customizing them to turn them into this and this to make it look unique. But this is just like basic pen tool usage, but pen tool is like a really useful tool for Photoshopper to create their works, like a really good one. Especially for Photoshopper who do effects and 3D, really useful. But that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Have a nice day.